Hello everyone. So we have been discussing neuroscience of language learning, and we have discussed about different parts of brain, the process of language learning, how children learn language, how adults learn language, how we learn native language, and how we can learn the second language. But whatever it may be, when it comes to language learning, it is going to be a challenging task because it is cognitively engaging and it is difficult to learn another language. And when we learn a second language, then it may prove to be an excellent activity for maintaining and improving cognitive function. So that makes us understand that why we should learn more languages. There are some research findings like learning a new language may improve people's thinking skills and memory ability. That means more languages you learn, your thinking skills will improve and your memory abilities will also improve. Another study says that young adults proficient in two languages performed better on attention test and had better concentration than those who spoke only one language. That means bilinguals, they have better scores on attention test and better concentration. This study, which is related to India, that says people in India who spoke more than one language from very young age developed dementia about 4 years later on average compared to those who spoke only one language. So that means that when we learn new languages, then our brain gets exercised, and because of that certain disabilities like dementia, it can be delayed up to 4 years. You can find more about such studies on the link which is given in the slide. Now it says being bilingual improves cognitive skills and overall brain functions. It has been seen that bilinguals, they have better general intelligence, better focus, concentration and attention. They can plan better, prioritize better, and their decision making skills are also better. And not only language, they have better standardized score on mathematics, reading and vocabulary test. Of course, reading and vocabulary is related to language, but even in mathematics they have better scores. They can perceive their surroundings better and they can delay immediate gratification in pursuit of long term goals. So that is a kind of personality development, that they can go in for pursuit of long term goals. They have better working memory and memorization skill. We have also studied that as far as language learning is concerned, the working memory, episodic memory and memorization is very important in learning languages. So that way our memory also gets better when we learn any new language. In the bilinguals, they exhibit mental flexibility, creativity and listening skills. So this is enough to motivate us to learn more languages. And now we should try to find out that how as teachers we can motivate our learners to learn new languages. So these are the educational implications, that how we can improve language learning in our classrooms. One of the tips is that keep your learner motivated. It is very important that the learner is motivated, he is feeling the need, because when he is feeling the need, then he will be in the frame of mind to learn and he will be able to retain what he is learning by using it in his life. So it is very important that the learner should be motivated so that he can put in his own effort to learn language. Another is that there should be lot of repetition, because we have seen that there is a need to repeat, because learning process as far as language is concerned, it is a comparatively slow process and it happens slowly and steadily. So there is a need of repetition. For example, we can watch a movie with subtitles and then without them. So this is a way of repetition, that you are listening to the sound, then you are listening to sound and seeing the words also, and then you are seeing the movie without the words. So by repetition you will be able to learn the language better. Listening of course is very important. We have seen that the language learning takes place from listening, then practicing and then speaking. So it is very important that the learner gets to listen to the new language, or he is able to hear what he is expected to speak. So there should be a lot of listening activities when we are teaching new language. Another tip is that there should be enough usage of the language, because language is a practice based learning, and it will be better if the learner uses it in his life. So more use means better language learning. Sometimes we have also seen that when the learners, they are put in the method of learning language by immersion, that is the method in which the learner is put in the environment where there is no one else who is not speaking that particular language. That means everyone else around him is speaking that new language. So his environment is such that all his environment is containing of that new language. So he is immersed into that environment where there is need of learning the new language, and he has to use that new language. So that way the learning takes place better. Learning in small sections and shorter sessions. So whenever you are teaching language, then do not try to teach a lot of content in single sitting. There should be shorter sessions so that learner gets enough time to practice what he has learned. And as far as practice is concerned, there should be different methods used for practicing language. For example, role play in imaginary situation can be used, where the imaginary setting can be produced and the learner may be put into that situation where he has to role play as a native, and he can practice how the language is to be articulated. Then always use small parts at a time. Alternative active and passive learning phases should be there. That in some parts the teacher should be more active, whereas in some case the learner should be given a chance to be more active. So these active and passive learning phases, they should be alternative, so the learner gets to participate in learning. Then multi-sensory approach. This is approach which is used in all different kinds of learning, that if we are using different senses, then learning is better. That means when the learner is listening, writing, speaking, then different senses are utilized, so that is why the learning is better. Similarly, imaging, you are showing some picture or picture with sound or multimedia or movies, so these all things, they also help in improving the language learning. Another important tip is that act as a native. So a chance should be given to the learner so that he can act as a native. He can observe how the natives speak. He can observe how they are forming the words and sentences and try to copy them or gesticulate them, and look at native speakers gesticulate in the real or in movies. So by looking at native or by copying a native, we can learn a new language and we can master the skill. Last but not the least is that you should choose your content wisely. Your content which you are using, that should not be sad, that should not be boring, that should not be too heavy for the learner, that should not be difficult. It should be such content which makes learning easy and a joyful activity. You can choose some light content, some stories, some comedy, some jokes, some light-hearted content which the learner is able to grasp well and he can concentrate more on learning language. So this is all about how the language learning can be made a fun. I hope you have enjoyed this video. So in the next part we will be studying some other content. I will be trying to make some videos on how memory takes place. So I hope you will be sharing your comments and your ideas how you like this video.